I mean, you can see I don't really look after these pictures, but I quite like the fact that they're just casually decaying in a pile somewhere, because kind of gives me more distance to them as images, but actually reinforces their status as memories. This was a project I made for myself where I was just approaching strangers and asking them to be photographed, shop assistants. This is a random guy who showed up at a party, and we had, yeah, anyway. Yeah, this is taken while cruising in Finsbury Park, and I'm just lying in this park staring at the sky thinking this time would last forever, and this was 1998 in July. It's of nothing in particular, but I just distinctly remember thinking about the permanence of time, which I think is very much a cruising mindset, where you're just so locked into that moment of meeting people, not necessarily meeting people, but waiting for a moment. I see photographs as an armature, a frame in which paint can allow itself to perform in its own visual language. They're always a kind of starting point. Even though the end result is pretty much explicit as an image, it's still a painting process. There's usually an emotional trigger which relates either to memory or it relates to a particular person and that dynamic I had with that person. Light, for some peculiar reason, always figures in memory for me. It always creates a kind of mood in a room or on the outdoors. It just almost frames the atmosphere of a place. There's this kind of myth of promiscuity being a detached experience. I disagree. I think even if it's a 5-minute, 10-minute encounter, there's still an intimate exchange of sorts. And I was very lucky back in the day to have a camera with me and just to capture certain moments. It's not healthy to always dwell on the past, but I suppose it comes naturally to me because I moved around a lot as a kid, and I was losing friendships, gaining new ones, losing those, and so I think memory and photography was a way of capturing that. And I think there is a melancholy attached to that because I am getting older and I'm looking back a lot of the time. And I think, I've said this so many times before, but by painting something, I'm giving it a present tense narrative. I mean, these are diaristic paintings, not all of them, but most of them are. But hopefully by painting them, they're for everyone to lock into, yeah.